To talk more transfers, so we're going to talk Manchester United now. Mark, the latest on Jadon Sancho's future.
Yeah, just 1 year left on his Old Trafford deal. You get the feeling that he'll be departing Manchester United this summer. The latest team to show their interest, Juventus of Serie A. We know that Napoli have also been at the table and inquired as to his availability. They've now been joined by Juventus. We know that Borussia Dortmund have also made a couple of calls just to find out what the deal potentially could be. So yeah, one to keep an eye on, Jadon Sancho into his last year at Old Trafford. Only a matter of time now before he gets a new move.
Okay, yeah, Michael, let's talk André Onana. Had a mixed time last season. Is he heading for the exit this summer, do you think?
Well, possibly. There's interest from Monaco. They're exploring potentially that deal. Look, there's been some high-profile errors. We know Reuben Amorim wants to change the squad pretty much completely. They don't have the Champions League football carrot of extra finances, but you'd imagine Manchester United might look to do that deal if the figures are right for them.
Okay, yeah, Mark, let's talk Scotland, because the Scottish Premiership fixtures were announced today. You can check skysports.com and the app for all of the details on the fixtures, but there's been some, as he arrived, obviously people were saying Bryan Mbeumo potentially to come along with him, knows him very, very well, has thrived under him. Can you see it happening, Michael?
If I was predicting now, I could still probably see him going to Manchester United.
Oh, okay.
Because it seems like his heart was set on there, and then it's, oh, hang on, I've got an option here. I've got Thomas Frank still, who he admires, adores, and has done so well with him. London, Champions League football. But I still think he'll end up at Manchester United. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it now as of tonight. Spurs want attacking reinforcements in that area. There is interest in Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth. They like the player. Not so sure if they potentially like the price that Bournemouth. We talk about Bournemouth nearly the whole hour. They've received a lot of money for a lot of players. They don't want to be decimated, do they? So that's one to keep an eye on. They do like him, but we'll have to wait and see. There's Kudus from West Ham. They like as well. But yeah, it's a really. I mean, we say it all the time. I know we do, but it's a big summer because Spurs jug like Europa League and Premier League. They put all the eggs in the Europa League basket last year, and Ange Postecoglou will say, "Well, I got it right, didn't I?" You can't do that in the Premier League and Champions League next season. So they need a better squad.
Okay, we shall see. Right.
Bryan Mbeumo, the fantastic player of Brentford. Guys, what I'm hearing at the moment is that the conversation, club to club, Man United, Brentford, is still ongoing, is still underway. So talks ongoing for this story, talks ongoing for this deal, but at the moment, still waiting for Manchester United to try to reach an agreement on the fee with Brentford. They tried with the first bid, it was 10 days ago, rejected by Brentford. Man United remain in conversations, they are trying to find a way. Remember how important will be the outgoings for Manchester United this summer. We said about Onana for the goalkeeper, but for example, there are many players who are completely out of the project. And so Rashford, Sancho, let's see what's going to happen also with the situation of Garnacho, who is still expected to leave Manchester United. So all these players to leave can generate money and funds for players to join Manchester United in these summer transfer window. So we have to be patient, see what's going to happen with the exits. Meanwhile, Manchester United are still working on the Bryan Mbeumo deal with Brentford. Then is not done at this stage, still working club to club. Man United fans will have to be patient also because again, the financial part is important. They already invested the big money on Mateus Cunha. They will not play Champions League football or European football at all next season, and this is why patience is important to find the right balance. But let's see what happens with all the players I mentioned and also with Anthony. There were some